us on this particular segment is Senator representing Ondo South Senatorial District, Senator Jimoh Ibrahim. He joins us right there in the state capital. Thank you so much for joining us on the program, Senator.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here.
I know you've had a very busy day and busy week and all gearing up towards Saturday. So let's get straight to it. How are preparations for that day for you? What are you seeing? What are you hearing?
Well, we have to go. In the last few months, we've been doing political socialization of the environment, and it has been very interesting. We've been able to visit 203 wards, 18 local governments, collected data for over 120,000 people, and distilled data into pure analysis, because this is a primary election, so it must have some methodological approach. And it's been very interesting and so nice. So at the end of it, we then ended it with the Youth Congress, as well as the Women Conference, which took place today. And a total sum about 5,000 people who attended those two conferences. And they all have the membership card of APC. They're on the members register list. We also did some scientific evidence approach to the primary. We collected the list of register of members from APC. We are 172 validated members of the party who are going to vote in the Saturday election. We took a sensitive variance of 5% of the figure. We redistributed the figure to areas where they have population, where the votes are have good population. And then we were able to come up with our members that are supporting my ambition to become governor of the state. And we find out that we have a minimum of about 42,000 members who will vote for me on Saturday. Now, if you take that off the register with a 10 to 5% margin of error, then you see that no candidate can actually match this figure. So it's been very interesting, relaxing here in Akure. But like I said, we have gone around 203 wards, as well as 18 local governments, and the response has been nice. So the distinction between our campaign and other people's campaign is the fact that we focus more on members of APC that are on the registered list. That's why we have to go detail to each of these people. And that's why it's become important that we are approaching the right people to vote in the election. So we are not doing garage campaign, doing rally in the garage where everybody will come up. So we go straight word by word to identify members of APC in the register. And we make sure that those are people that are supporting the race.
Because of time, so are you confident that there will be a level playing field? Remember, there's an incumbent in the mix who wields a lot of power in terms of influence and popularity, and maybe even war chest. I know you're not strange to war chest, by the way. But are you confident that there will be that level playing field?
Well, there will be, because APC believe in democracy, and this is internal democracy. The incumbent is not as popular as myself. He has not been able to win election in his political life career. Don't forget, I ran election into the Senate. I won in 6 of the 6 local governments, 65 of the 66 wards, 111,677 votes against my opponent of barely 50,000. So there's a wide disparity of 68,000 margin of votes against my opponent in surplus votes to me. So if I can win election in 6 of the 6 local governments and be able to win election in 65 of the 66 wards in 1 senatorial district, how come I won't be able to displace the opponent? The opponent, we didn't actually vote for the incumbent governor. You remember that. We voted for Akiti. So he is a peace pair to Akiti. And Akiti is the only person that have that legitimacy that translated into the votes. So for me, I'm the current owner of my legitimacy, popular acceptance, a moral and political value. And as a matter of fact, you do know, like I said, I hold in my hand 111,677 votes.
Senator
Jimoh,
if I may butt in, Senator Jimoh, are you dismissing the power of an incumbent? Because I see the way you describe the situation. He's never won an election. It came as on a pair of tickets between him and Arakunri of blessed memory and all of that. Are you undermining the capacity of an incumbent to pull a powerful one in the party on Saturday?
Is it the first time? Is it the first time you see somebody displacing the incumbents? It's not new in Nigeria political system, and this is very one case where the incumbent will give up by Saturday because he knows he doesn't have the structure. It's a backing on rallies, open rallies. You know the distinction between open rally and word-to-word or to see members of APC and give them palliative. That is what they need and look after their welfare. That's quite different from going to have a rally in the garage where everybody will come up and all that. You know, where is the structure of the incumbent? Tell me. Tell me where the structure of the incumbent is. In the South Senatorial District, where I am the political leader, but a senator who had won the election in 6 of the 6 local governments, 65 of the 66 wards, 111,677 votes. Tell me where the incumbent power is the structure of the incumbents. Now we move to the center. We have people like Alashi Adura, where is the chairman of our campaign there. He was a senator, he was a commissioner. You have Oleyelogun, who was the speaker to Akiti in the federal local government. You know, these are people supporting them. You have Princess Oladunni Odu, immediate past secretary to the state government in Ondo states. So let me tell you, we have members of current state assembly supporting us. You have numerous commissioners and local government chairmen. So tell me where the structure of the incumbent is. Who is it the owner of the structure? And you already know that before Akiti died, it was a war between the incumbent and himself. So don't cut me short. The issue is that if you don't have structure, you can't win votes. If you don't go to war to meet the owners of those votes and talk to them and get their legitimacy, you are wasting your time. Election is not done in the garage where you have
Senator Jimoh, Senator Ibrahim, if I may butt in.
Yes.
It's great. So we see your optimism and all of that, but we know how politics can play out. You know, when it comes to gathering or meeting, I'm sure every other person is also meeting someone. These delegates are being met by literally all of you, those of you who are doing the real work of going to meet all of them. And I'm sure they are making promises. On Saturday is a real deal when the decision will be made as to who bears the party's flag. But let's talk about a bit further on this particular one. What assurances are you also getting from the National Working Committee? When I say you now, you as well as every member, every other aspirant in the party, as to how things will play out, giving everybody a level playing field in terms of being fairness and being impartial.
I don't have to pursue people in their homes for support at the national level. Yes, I'll ask for their support officially, but the fact remains that the job of the National Working Committee is to prepare a free and fair election, to bring apparatus of instruments that will ensure that you have a free and fair election. When Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was contesting the election, don't you see everything was in dark? But he said clearly that it is his turn. Whether National Committee or National Committee supported him, he won. In my own case, the National Committee have not told me that they will not be democratic. And it will be very unfair to be undemocratic. And I cannot accuse them when they have not shown me that they will not be undemocratic. My people are ready. You channel follow us in about 78 wards. What did you see there? You saw the members of APC. I told you, even in the South Senatorial District where I am staying, you know, if you divide my vote by 2 or 111,677 in the last election, I would say I have about 50,000 votes. I don't need 50,000 to win primary. Right. The total accredited member in the APC register is 172,000. So you see that everybody will win that election apart from me. On that
Senator Ibrahim,
yes.
we're totally out of time. There's a lot to talk about with you, but we don't have that time. But I must chip this in. If you can answer me in 10 seconds. Are you willing to show support to anybody who emerges on Saturday if it's not you?
Jimoh Ibrahim will win Saturday election. There's no need to be negative about that. You don't
Senator
need to
Jimoh Ibrahim,
with,
Senator representing Ondo South.
Your hypothesis is not right. Yes. So the hypothesis you are giving me is not well formulated. The right hypothesis is that Senator Jimoh Ibrahim, giving his legitimacy,
well, I'm not a member of the APC. I'm not a politician. I'm just a journalist. The members of your party will make that decision. It's none of my business. My job is to cover it and report. I must thank you, Senator representing Ondo South.
Thank you very much for covering us. Thank you very much. Saturday we will celebrate. By Sunday we will have the ticket in our hands.
We wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
And nice to see you again. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers.